About paddle for tennis players, we don't know where to aim. People don't really talk about where to aim. And what you really want to do is you want to hit the ball right by the yellow, either with a medium pace volley that dies against the back wall, or you want to slam it so that it ricochets off a side wall and goes side wall, back wall. If it just goes back wall, it's very easy to return. And if it goes side wall, it tends to make it hard because you'll bounce off the side wall, go back wall. You'll force your opponent to hit a spin, or they have to move away from the ball. So the key is when you're playing at the net or you have a mid-court shot, you want to hit the ball to the side wall. If you can hit the ball, if your opponents are slow, you hit the ball slow enough. The problem when you hit the ball slow so it dies at the back wall is your opponents might get to the ball before it dies at the back wall because you have to hit slow. It's hard to hit the ball and make it die. That's why people use the underspin. They use the vibra and they use all the other shots where they hit a massive underspin to keep the ball low and you can hit the ball harder and skip the ball really low. But the key is normally sidewall or back wall, sidewall. So you go yellow, sidewall, back wall, or you go blue, back wall, sidewall. So the ball ricochets off two walls. One wall is just too easy to return. So as a tennis player, that's where you want to think about aiming. If they're both back, I divide into thirds on that person. And normally on the backhand side, you go sidewall, back wall because you want them to hit a backhand. And then on the forehand side, if they're right-handed, you try to go sidewall, back wall, so it ends up behind them. But if you watch the points, when I grow through the person, normally they can put a racket in the ball and the ball come back. But normally I divide the person to three thirds because I want to hit forehand, body, or back. And unlike tennis, going at them is really frowned upon and it's not part of the game in paddle because you're really close together. So there has to be some kind of respect for that. And the other thing too is it's really easy to block it and they'll lob. And the lob will put you in a bad position. So divide the court on that side into thirds and try to keep the ball beyond the service line for a winner hard or soft in the yellow zone so it dies out before it gets to the wall. But you have to hit hard enough so your opponent can't get to the ball. Because if you hit, the problem with that soft volley is when you hit that soft volley, your opponent will have a shot at the ball if they're fast. So think about those things when playing, and those are the targets you want to aim at. Here's a classic, right? The serve goes in, and I have a volley, and all I do is I go hard, side wall, right by baseline. Here's another classic. Backhand volley, or I have overhead. I go hard, short though, but I go side wall, back wall. By hitting the yellow, it kind of just dies out before it gets to him, and you can see what happens. Or if it's a little bit out of my reach, I hit it short in the yellow, it gets to the back wall, it dies in the corner. Now look what happens on this volley. I cross hit a backhand, but I can't make it die and goes right to him. He has to play on the ball with the lob. We actually screw up. When he throws his lob here, we're supposed to come to net, but it looked like he's going to hit it overhead, so I think we both pause. But look where he hits the ball. Between us, hard, and I can play the ball off the back wall easily. However, I didn't check off where he was. So here's an example of me not hitting the proper shot. I go volley, but I go too hard in the ground, right to him. He plays lob. They take the net. Like normal doubles, we swap. We should go to net, but he has an overhead, so we pause because I wasn't actually sure. I thought he was going to hit the ball in the air. He slams it middle, but I don't check where he is, and I go angle without looking where he is, and he does the right thing, and we miss a shot. So what you want to see happening is when you're playing, you want to try to hit the ball side wall, back wall, or back wall, side wall. If you're going hard, you hit the ball right by the line. If you're going soft, you get the ball in the yellow, but the ball has to be away from them so they can't get to the ball. Those are your targets, and that really helps tennis players, I think, because when no one told me these things when I played, and I had to sort of figure it out on my own. So this is my way of helping you as a tennis player become a better paddle player. Thank you.